bum. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Hello everybody, are we live? I'm live. I don't know if you are. Hello and welcome to our Monday mini medicine card readings. I am Patrick, the owner of Perching Wolf Studios, which is the Facebook page and or the YouTube channel you are currently watching. Thank you for joining in. We're going to be pulling some cards, these wonderful medicine cards, the totem animals on them. And I am going to light a little bit of sage so I can smudge them up, give people, give people a chance to realize that we're on, we're live, it's happening. So I'm just gonna smudge my cards. Thank you everybody for coming in. Hey love, can you turn it down a bit, please? Not sure what she was listening to, but it was kind of loud. Yeah, so it's okay. Here we are, another Monday night. Exciting Monday. I need a little bit of that myself. So, trying to grab my smudge feather, which I tied to my light thingy. Here we go. Come on, you can do it. Loosen up. There you go. Let go of all that tension. You can do it. Yay! Success. Here. Here's some smudge for you too in case you need it. Clean out your energy. Take a breath. Relax. Let go of the world. You are safe. You are here and now. And you are safe. You are loved. You are watched over. All right. Thank you again for joining me. Like I said, my name is Patrick, and I will be your friendly neighborhood shaman for the evening. And in case you're new, what we do here on Monday nights is I draw 3 of these lovely cards. One that literally just jumped out of the deck. So bonus card. Jumped out of the deck while I was shuffling. So this is for everybody. Rabbit is about creative opportunities. Rabbit is about keeping moving, because if you are a slow rabbit or a stopped rabbit, you're a dead rabbit, right? Kind of like the deer in the headlights. If you freeze, you're dead. Well, not literally, but metaphorically, just like rabbit. If you freeze, and so rabbit is a reminder to keep moving. It doesn't matter which direction, because rabbit runs in a zigzag pattern, which also helps him to elude his predators. And so know that your path is not a straight and narrow one. It's okay to weave and wend and go toward this thing, and then, oh, look at that thing, and then, oh, look at that thing. So know that there's nothing wrong with a curvy path. In fact, you know the yin-yang symbol, with the Taoist symbol with the they look like fish. There's the white one and the black one, and the white one has a black eye, and the black one has a white eye, and all of that. Part of the meaning behind that you don't hear that often is to walk the middle path. And the middle path is that curvy path in between the two. Your path is not straight. It never will be. So know that to walk the middle path is to walk a wending. Just like when you're walking through the woods. You know, you're following this path. The path is going to follow the topography of the forest, of the little hills and the dips and the valleys, and it brings a vitality and beauty to it all. You know, if we had just straight lines to walk on, we'd be really bored. So for those who coming in late, I'm going to pull our 3 cards. But first, while I was shuffling, Rabbit jumped out. So I was just talking about Rabbit as far as being okay to walk a crooked path, but to keep moving. It's important to keep moving because no matter, number one, there's no wrong decisions. There's no wrong directions. Just start moving because you can always pivot. You can always change direction. But like a friend I used to say, it's easier to steer a car while it's in motion than when it's stopped. Especially with power steer. If you're trying to turn the wheel of a car that's stopped and the power steering's not working, it's impossible. So keep moving, keep moving. You got this. And keep your eyes open for creative opportunities. You know, Rabbit embodies springtime, new life, new opportunities. Don't look for nice, neat packages. Think outside the box. Rabbit is about creative opportunities. The opportunities are not going to look Your opportunities are not going to look like anybody else's. And other people might look and say, what the hell are you doing? Why are you choosing that? And then when they see what you do with it, it's like, oh. So creative opportunities. And know that just as bountiful as Rabbit is, also thus are your opportunities. You know, I've heard Rabbit referred to as the popcorn of the animal kingdom because they're so plentiful and everybody eats them. And so if you miss an opportunity, you're aiming for one rabbit and it eludes you, there's always another rabbit coming along. You're never stuck. You are never out of luck. There's always another opportunity. And if you miss one, the next one will be even better. Okay? So that's our bonus card for tonight, the one that jumped out while I was shuffling. And so I'll give them one more good shuffle here. And so if you're new here, what we do, I pull 3 cards. You get to choose a number between 1 and 3. And whichever card corresponds to your number, that is your guidance for the week. That is the animal that walks with you this week, that is chosen to walk by your side, guide you, lend you their strength and their medicine. And if we have time, if I do not get too verbose, we will do a guided shamanic journey at the end so you can actually talk to the animal that chose you and get their message right from their own mouth. So, all right, let's do this. All right. So choose your numbers, 1, 2, or 3, or feel free to choose 2 numbers or all 3 of them. The universe is abundant. You are the master of your life. You can choose and make whatever decision you want. In fact, even if you choose one of these cards, if you're here listening to the other cards, they also have a message for you as well. They might not be as poignant as the one you chose, but like all the cards are basically for everybody. Just some of them have a deeper resonance with you. But if you're listening and something resonates from a card that you didn't choose, take it. That's your message as well. Okay, it's about resonance. So anyway, let's do this. Number one, our first card, I think he came up last week. We've got Beaver. Dun, 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 dun. Beaver is the visionary. This is your card. It's guiding you. It's most likely reminding you to trust your vision beyond what you see in front of you. You know, the whole not seeing the forest for the trees. It's time to look beyond the trees and see the forest, you know. Beaver is one of the only animals besides humans that adapt their environment to suit them rather than the other way around. Most animals adapt to their environment. Beaver adapts his environment to suit him. He's a visionary, he's a doer, he's a creator. And so where other animals just see trees, Beaver sees resources, and he has the vision of what can be made with those resources. So in a way, Beaver is one of the more shamanic animals there is, because that's the job of a shaman, is to be that visionary. And it's being both a shaman and an artist. If you didn't realize it, I'm a cartoonist as well. The shaman and the artist jobs are very similar. It's about seeing beyond the world as it is to what could be. And, you know, the shaman's job is to go to the other world to get visions, to gain information or energy to bring back to this world, to heal this world. What an artist's job is to see that world beyond what's available now to what can be, and to bring that vision back to the world, to allow others to be able to see beyond it, you know, like, and it's all connected, like artists, introverts, creative people. It's like, I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is up-to-date statistics or not, but when I was looking into it, it was like 1 out of 10 people were introverts. You know, introverts are the creative, you know, the more artistic musicians, blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff. And that's because the introverts, the artists, the creators are the ones who influence our society the most, because they can see the future, they can see what's possible, right? And then the introvert's job is to come back and show the other 9/10 of the population what's possible. And the best way to do that is through music, song, art, movies, TV, and if you've been watching this a while, you know what my next words are going to be: Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry is one of the greatest visionaries of our modern age. At least that's what I believe. He created this world that basically, it's the world we're all aiming for, right? It's the world, mutual respect. There's no money, because everyone does what is fulfilling to them. And by everybody fulfilling their calling, everything gets done. And we work as a planet globally. That's the only reason they have Starfleet, is because they came together as a planet and utilized resources, and rather than it being based on finances and that kind of thing, it's based on fulfillment of human potential, right? And to explore. It's not about protecting and going into a shell. It's about exploring, expanding outward. We can only do that when we come together, right? And so through this TV show that lasted, 2 seasons back in the 60s, and now it's expanded into movies and sequels and everything, and there's new Star Trek shows coming up. And it's like this vision of a world that can exist, and even like the early cell phones, right? The flip ones, those were based on Star Trek. A lot of scientists, modern technicians were raised on Star Trek. And so it's like that line between science fiction and reality starts to really blur, because that's what it's for. It's creating that vision so other people can see it, can imbibe it, and realize it's possible. They have something to hold on to, something to aim for. That vision becomes that North Star to help in our bearings to move toward it. And so your job as a visionary is to see that world. There's a lot of artists, and I'm not trying to diss anybody, but a lot of artists feel like it's their job to show how ugly the world is, right? It's like, oh my God, and they create art that's ugly, or they create shows that show the worst part of human nature. But what you focus on increases, right? It's like energy goes where consciousness, energy flows where consciousness goes. That's the quote. And so if we're creating more ugliness in the world, we're that ugliness ripples out and creates more. And so it's the artist's job, the visionary's job, to create beauty in the world, to create possibilities, probabilities, visions of what is possible beyond what anyone believes is possible. And if you feel like you're alone, it's like I said, it's because you're 1/10 of the population. So for every introvert, there's 9 people who are extroverts that just are in the run-of-the-mill routine of the world and can't see beyond that. And it's our job as introverts, as artists, as light workers, as shamans, whatever you are, to see beyond that possibility, to bring that realm that might just be mythic at the moment and bring that into physical reality so that others can see it, can touch it, can hear it, it's like we create that clothing so that society can fill it, right? So the other thing with Beaver, being the builder, all of the stuff that I said, this might sound counterproductive or counter to what I just said, but follow your heart, do your creating, see that vision, manifest that vision into whatever expression, whatever media works for you that you're called to. Follow your heart. If we get caught in doing it for the good of society or because we have to change people's minds, then we're tainting that original inspiration, that creative flow that comes through. So do it for the creativity. Do it to express the creativity coming through you, the vision coming through you, and then let it then it's like, if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about, but your art is basically your baby, and it has a life of its own, and it will go out in ways you could never predict, and it will have a power of its own to teach people, to heal people, whatever it is. And it's that power of creation, the purity of the form, the purity of that creativity coming through. So follow your heart. Beaver doesn't create dams and lodges for the good of all the woodland creatures. Beaver does it because that's his calling. But by answering his calling to create and to build, he benefits the entire woodland environment, right? Creates dams, creates new waterways, ponds, new water sources, bogs and reservoirs for runoff, for rainwater, etc. But it's because he's doing what he's called to do. He's not doing it for the benefit of everyone else. He's doing it because it's his calling. And ironically, or maybe it's not ironically, but maybe it is ironic. But so by doing what he's called to do, everybody benefits. It's a both and. You can do what you're called to do. You can live your life from your own heart, your own heart's guidance, and benefit everybody because we're all connected. Everything we do affects everybody else. And so, like I've said this before, if I had a mission statement in life, it would be walking in beauty. It's a phrase I learned from Sandra Ingerman, and it's from a Native American phrase. I don't remember which tribe originally it came from, but what it means is basically the recognition that everything you do, everything you say, everything you think sows seeds of either creation or destruction, beauty or hate, love or hate. And so you walk in beauty, walking in a way that every step you take creates more beauty in the world. There's enough ugliness in the world. Don't add to the ugliness. That's like trying to change people through guilt, or that kind of thing. It's like that doesn't work. All that does is adds more ugliness to the ugliness already there in the world. Bring beauty, even if it's just to like one person a day. Smile at a stranger, say hi to whoever's checking you out at the grocery store. I mean, checking you out like at the register, not. But who knows? Anyway, so just bring beauty, like even just the smallest, like the random acts of kindness thing, pay for a stranger's meal. I heard this really cool thing that you can do when you go to the grocery store. This was a cool idea. I haven't done it yet, but like when you're going through the checkout line and you kind of get up to the checkout, they've got the candy bars there. You start looking at the candy bars and you ask the clerk, what would they recommend? What kind of candy do they like? And then you buy the candy bar and then you hand it to them after you pay for it. Different things to just, you would be amazed at how much. If you've ever been in that place of being kind of down in a funk or whatever, and then somebody smiled at you or gave you the time of day or whatever, you know how much of a shift that has. So let's change the world in little tiny ways, and be the change. Just don't worry about what anyone thinks. Don't worry about what's possible. Just do it. That's what you came here for. You have a vision. If this is your card, you have a vision of who you're supposed to be in this world, who you came here to be, what you came here to do. And it doesn't matter how small or how big, follow your vision, follow your heart. The world needs you too. The world needs more passionate people. The world needs more people following their heart rather than their head, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, got the dog. You lucky dog. So a dog walks into a bar with a cast on his leg, walks into the saloon, and everybody stops. Everybody looks at this dog that came into the saloon on crutches with a cast. The dog looks around. He's like, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw. Okay, anyway, so dog. Dog is about loyalty, right? Dog, man's best friend, all of that. Dog has probably the biggest heart in the animal kingdom. There's a story, actually. Again, it's a Native American story. I don't know which tribe. But, like, when time began, humans could talk to the animals. We interacted all the time. We talked. And at one point, Creator said, we need to create a split. And he's like, all the animals go on this side. He like basically created a rift in the earth. All the animals were on one side and humans were on the other side. And Dog jumped from the other side to the side that humans were on, jumped across that crevasse to join humans. And so Dog is about loyalty. It's about, and it's not like being like a yes man kind of thing where, oh yeah, whatever you say, yeah. That's not loyalty. Again, it's like the namaste thing, the God in me greets the God in you. You have to have that loyalty to yourself. You have to have boundaries. You have to have love for yourself before you can give it to anyone else, before you can recognize it in anyone else. So, if this is your card, I'm just going to go where my thoughts are going. If this is your card, there might be a little bit, this is just what I'm feeling based on the energy I'm getting from whoever is watching this right now. But there might be some loneliness, like looking for your pack, looking for your tribe, looking for your family. And know that, like I just said, you have to come first. You have to be authentic to yourself. You have to have your own integrity, and then the people that belong with you are drawn to you. You don't go looking for family. You don't go looking for your pack. You will find them. They will find you. Sorry, someone was just texting me. I was trying to read while I'm trying to talk. Sorry about that. So, and it's really cliched, and I know there's a lot of backlash about that kind of thing, about stop telling people to love themselves first, but it's true. It's like, you deserve all the love in the world. You are love. Your default setting, your essence of who you are is love. That's who you are. And so the more you can recognize that love within you, the more you can bring that to the surface. Anything that says otherwise is a lie. Anything that says you don't deserve it, anything that says you're not lovable, anything that says you don't deserve to be happy, to have a family, to have friends or whatever, is all a lie. I mean, just feel that. I mean, what it feels like to be like, oh, I don't deserve friends. It feels like, I've brought this up before. One of my favorite authors is Martha Beck. She wrote a book called Finding Your Own North Star, and she talks about the shackles on feeling and the shackles off feeling. I mean, look, when I go shackles on, I actually lean over and kind of crouch, like it's belittling, it's disempowering. And so anything that any thought you have about, oh, I don't deserve that, oh, I'm not worth that, oh, who am I to be fantastic? Anything that makes you do that, to feel like the shackles came on, to make you feel like you're limited, like, oh, I'm small. Those thoughts, those words are untrue, because you, at your most basic essence, you are love, you are light, you are divine light. And anything that says otherwise, anything that feels otherwise, is untrue. And if you think of yourself, So pay attention to your self-talk. If you feel yourself thinking things that are making you feel smaller and smaller, especially thoughts of like comparing yourself to other people, thinking, oh, they're so good at that, I'm never going to measure up. Screw that. If it feels like you're small, it's a lie. If it feels like the shackle's going on, it's a lie. If you think something like, oh, I could do that. Look at, like, you see me kind of jump when I did that. It's like, shackles off. If it feels free, if you feel yourself opening up, your heart's a little bit lighter, the shackles are coming off, that's true. That is basically true. And it's that simple, because you are divine, you are whole, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are unlimited. So anything that says otherwise, anything that makes you feel small, anything that puts limits on you is untrue. Start believing the good things about yourself. Start focusing on your strengths, focusing on following your heart and bringing that into the world. Because by doing that, you're going to draw to you the people who belong in your life, right? If you're not being your true authentic self, the people that come into your life aren't going to know your true authentic self, and they're going to treat you like whatever image or energy you're giving off. And so they're not really actually liking you. They're liking this presentation you're giving. And so those are not the right people, because they can't support you if they don't know the real you. And the real you is worth knowing, okay? Doesn't matter who you are, what you've done. The real you is worth knowing. The real you is worth loving. I mean that. I see you. See yourself. Know that you deserve all the love in the world. And the more you love yourself, the more you will find people who are also whole and authentic and love themselves, so that it becomes a mutual support system without ulterior motives, without, okay, well, I'm going to be weak so you can be strong for me. Okay, I'm going to be strong now so you can be weak for me. It's not a jostling. It's not a tug of war. It's, support from the place of, I am in my power. I know you're feeling down. I know you're feeling low, but I see who you truly are. And I hold that vision. I'm going to keep treating you as that divine being you are until you recognize it for yourself. That is what true support is. That's true love. That is coming from empowerment, rather than, oh, I'm going to be loyal to this person because I need this thing from them, and then I'll be loyal to that person. That's not loyalty. You need to be loyal to yourself first. You need to know who you are so that you can vibe with the right people to support you and to support them and to grow together, right? That's what we're all here, to walk each other home. So be good to yourself. Know that you are noble. Know that you are mighty, just like the dog. There's a nobility. And dog is also a guardian. They are the natural guardians, which is part of why they were probably domesticated in the first place, because they were great guardians. They watch the perimeters. They set off alarms if there's something coming that we can't see yet. So be your own guardian. Trust that if someone walks into your life and you feel like barking at them, like, get out of here, something doesn't feel right, trust that feeling and walk the other way, or bark at them, whatever form that goes, like, nope, sorry. Nope, I can't talk right now, bye, and whatever, but hold those boundaries. That's how you maintain your integrity, your authenticity. That's how you maintain your loyalty to yourself. And then by doing that, others just show up. that recognize that wholeness in you and want nothing more than to help you find even greater wholeness in your life. Okay. Alrighty, number 3. 3 was your card. You got the opossum. Opossum is basically the actor of the animal kingdom. You know, the whole playing possum. You know, when possums threatened, they fall down and play dead. And they actually don't just play dead. They actually, there's some chemical thing that goes on that puts them into a stupor, so that they actually, if you poke them or push them, they actually do seem like they're dead or unconscious. And then as soon as the danger passes, like, it all clears and they get up and they go on their merry way. So So recognize, this is totally goes with everything else that I've been saying tonight. I love how that thread kind of weaves through them all. But recognize yourself as the actor playing a part. Your ego, your personality, who you are in this world is a part that you are playing. You are so much more than this part. You are the actor. You are the director of your play. You know, like Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and each of us must play a part. Recognize this world as an illusion, as a stage. You know, look at your life as a sitcom, right? Like, look at things like, let possum help you get that distance from it. So like, oh my God, if this happened on TV, it would be hilarious. But because I'm so close to it, I can't find the humor in it. Ask possum to help you get that distance, to know you're the actor. You know, and so that you don't take life too seriously. You know, one of my favorite quotes is from Oscar Wilde, and he says, "Life is too important to be taken seriously." So don't take life too seriously. Know that this world is a stage. This world is a play. And we've come here to improv. You know, throw away the script. You know, how many people do you know that go through the routine of their day, day after day after day, and it's like they have their routine answers set up for when the routine questions get asked. So there's no thinking, there's no creativity, there's no presence. That's the Walking Dead. That is the zombie apocalypse. So be present. If someone asks you a question, answer from your heart. Go off script. Because if you improv and all of a sudden everyone else around you is going to have to wake up because, like, oh my God, what page is he on? I don't know that's not in the dialogue. Wait, and then they have to react to you from their heart, from their presence. It brings people present because they can't just do it on routine. You know, I'm not going to get into it too much, but there was a interesting post. I posted something on Facebook the other day that I found, and it was kind of that, you know, there's that beautiful prayer of St. Francis about make me a channel of your peace, only they had taken it and tweaked it a little in order to, like, make me a force of disruption. You know, where there is apathy, let me bring consciousness. Or so, I don't remember the whole prayer, but it's like, be that disruptive force. And when I say that, I'm not talking about picking on people or, you know, poking at people's hot buttons, pushing people's buttons and purposely getting people mad or anything like that. Be your true self. Be your authentic self. Listen to your heart. Do what your heart tells you to do. And by being yourself, you're automatically going to create waves that some people are going to love it and other people are going to hate it. But both sets of those people are going to wake up a little bit more just because you were in their life. Because there, I haven't read this book for a long time, but I always remember the Way of the Peaceful Warrior. One of the main taglines in that is, there are no ordinary moments. You know, and we tend to treat our lives as if every moment is just a recycle of a moment we've lived already. And so we don't even think about it. We're not present. We just keep fumbling along. But every moment is a new moment. Every moment is a moment that has never been before and will never be again. Right in this moment, you will never be the same age. You will never be the same person ever again. It's that thing about not being able to step into the same river twice, because by the time you step into it the second time, the river that was is gone. It's downriver, literally, and you're standing in whole new water. It's like, it might look the same. That's a really good analogy. Life looks like the river. It might look the same, but every moment is new energy. Every moment is a new beginning. And I know that's cliched, but every moment is a brand new day, a brand new opportunity. It is not dependent on anything that came before. It is not dependent on anything that will come afterward. It is a unique moment with its own spectrum of pasts and its own spectrum of futures. But I won't get too far into quantum physics right now. But anyway, so realize you are not the character you're playing. That there's something deeper to you, that you are basically God playing a part. And we're all part of the same source energy. So if you look at it, every person on the planet, both you and me, are part of the same being. And we're interacting, we're God talking to himself or herself or itself. The diversity, you know, like going back to Star Trek, one of the principles of Starfleet is, okay, let me try to remember it again. Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. What better explanation of humanity, of the universe is there, of God is there? Infinite diversity in infinite combinations. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make known the unknown. We're here to explore, to adventure, to find how to combine new things. Well, combine old things in new ways, to learn every possible reality there is. That is what we are here to do. And so don't settle for routine. Don't settle for, oh yeah, here I am again at this place, at this time. It's a brand new time, it's a brand new place, it's a brand new you. And you have every possible reality waiting for you just to make the choice, to throw away the script. Enjoy it, have adventure. Okay, I actually do this. When I have a decision to make, when I have to, and I'm waffling back and forth, well, what can I do? Should I do this or should I do that? My next question to myself is, when they make a movie of my life, what will be the coolest thing I could do right now? And I do that. Think about your life as a movie. Think about someday they're going to make a movie of your life, and at this junction, what would be the coolest direction you could go in? And then do that. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. So, awesome. So those are our 3 cards. Number 1 was beaver. Number 2 was the dog. Number 3 was a possum. So if you came in late, missed any of that, I will share this to my Facebook page, and I will upload it to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel, so you can still catch up. You can watch this, during the week if you feel like you need some more guidance. Feel free to watch this or any of the other, like I've got almost 2 years worth of these Monday mini medicine card reading things on my YouTube channel. Just pick one, choose a number, and see what the guidance is. The energy, the information, everything is just as, it's as vital as it, if you're watching this and repeat, the energy here is as vital as it is right now as I'm doing this live, okay? So if you need more guidance, feel free to watch this again. And now, because we have time, we're going to do a little guided shamanic journey. So, basically a guided meditation, but because I'm using the drum, and because it's a shamanic, it's a more, well, I won't go into all the different descriptions or, definitions of what's a meditation and what's a journey, but the shamanic journey is what a shaman or a shamanic practitioner uses, like with the drum or rattle, repetitive sound that entrains our brain waves to go into trance so we can go into the spirit realm to get information to bring back. Like I said with Beaver, that's the visionary that's going somewhere else to get information to bring back. And so this is kind of a shamanic journey, because I'm gonna guide you into this place, and we're gonna invite in whichever animal, or if you chose more than one, choose an animal, or even better, just ask for one of them to show up and see who shows up. But we're gonna go in and we're gonna invite whichever animal chose you to come and meet you, and then to give you whatever message they have for you personally, because whatever I say is hearsay to your ears. Whatever I say is secondhand information. And my job as a shaman is to empower you. And so the best way to do that is to teach you how to get this information on your own. So here we go. I'm going to just drum a little bit softly as we go. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a moment and let it go. Feel yourself relaxing into the chair or the floor, or the couch, wherever you're sitting. Feel that seat supporting you, holding your weight. Take another deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And let it go. And now bring your awareness to your forehead, to your third eye. And just as if it were one of your other two, open it up and look into your imagination. And you find yourself on the edge of a forest. You can feel the coolness behind you. You can hear the bird song. And in front of you, you see this vast meadow. The long grasses waving in the wind. The buzz of the insects, the many-colored flies and bees and dragonflies flitting around. You can feel the sun on your face. You can smell the warmth of the grasses and the coolness of water nearby. And in the middle of this meadow, there is a great flat rock, just inviting you to sit on it. So go ahead, take steps, move toward that rock. Feel the long grasses brushing against your legs, brushing against your fingertips. Watching the dragonflies zip around, buzzing, sound of crickets in the grass. As you get to this rock, go ahead and crawl up on top of it. Sit comfortably. Feel the sun-warmed stone beneath you, the warmth of the sun above you, a cool breeze on your face, keeping you at just the most comfortable temperature ever. And next to the stone, there's a small creek running by, the source of the water you smelled earlier. You can hear it bubbling away. And so in this place, this meeting place, we invite whatever animal you chose, or whichever animal feels the most important to come meet you at this time, in this place. They might come through the grass, they might come from the creek. Be open to however they show up, from wherever they come. And when they arrive, greet them, thank them for coming. You can scratch them behind the ears, or scratch them under the chin, give them a hug, whatever feels appropriate. But most of all, let them know your gratitude for their coming to meet you. And now as you sit here, I am going to be quiet. I'm going to stop speaking for a minute or two while you ask this animal, what is the message it has for you personally? What is it that this animal has come to help you with in this coming week? What is the strength, the wisdom? How are they to help you? I will be quiet now and talk amongst yourselves. And so it becomes time to bid them farewell. Hold their message close to your heart. And if on the off chance you didn't receive a message or they didn't show up, know that they are still with you, that their message will come in a dream, in a conversation. Just pay attention. Expect miracles and you will find them. And even if they haven't shown up, they are still with you in spirit. You might find them popping into your dreams. You might see pictures of them popping up on the internet. You might hear someone having conversations. Again, just pay attention and know that they are here for you. So go ahead, thank them again for coming, give them a final hug or scritch behind the ears. Shower them with love. And then let them return from whence they came. Knowing it is just farewell for this moment in this form, but they are always with you. And if in doubt, you can always return to this place and talk to them again. So as they leave, it comes time for us to return to our three-dimensional reality. So start to become more aware of your body. sitting on the chair, on the floor, wherever you are. Become aware of the room around you. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. You can tap on your legs or on your arms. Bring yourself fully back into your physical body. And then at your own pace, when you are ready, go ahead and open your eyes, coming back to this time and place, completely aware and awake. Welcome back, everybody. I hope that was meaningful for you. I hope you got something out of that. Like I said, if nothing happened, doesn't mean you did anything wrong. There is no way to get this wrong. Sometimes we psych ourselves out, or we get too many expectations of how it's supposed to look or how it's supposed to unfold. So just pay attention again through the week. Ask them to make their presence known. Ask them to send you a sign, and they will. I once, as many of you know, my main power animal that I use in my shamanic work is a reindeer named Nathaniel. And years and years ago, my day job was in a warehouse pulling orders and stuff. And I was just walking down the aisle one day, pulling an order, and my hand was down by my side as I was walking, and I felt something fuzzy press against my hand and brush against my hand. I'm like, what the heck? And so I stopped and I closed my eyes and tuned in, and here's my reindeer clomping along behind me through the warehouse. Just wanted me to know that he was there, and just kind of nuzzling my hand. So ask them to make their presence known. Ask them to give you a sign that you can see, that you will understand. And you can ask for a message. Ask them for a message in a way, in a language that you can understand. Okay? Because there are many, many, many ways the spirits can communicate with us. And we want to be open to all of them. So anyway, that is our Monday mini medicine card reading for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if there's anything I can do to support your healing, your journey, let me know. My job is to support you and empower you. And the best way to do that is to check my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And you can connect with me there. You can check out the different things that, the different shamanic offerings I have, the different services, the healings, soul retrieval readings, etc. And see what resonates. And even if something doesn't resonate, if you get the feeling you just need to talk to a shaman or get a shamanic perspective on something, I'm here. Connect with me. We'll set something up. And like I said, I'm going to share this to my Facebook page, and I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel, Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. So check it out there. You can watch a bunch of other reading videos and sacred pipe ceremony videos, and there's going to be other stuff coming up. So subscribe. And I've got a couple of blogs. I'll have all that information in the description of this video. You can watch my blogs, my comics. I mentioned I'm a cartoonist, and I have a blog that I post my latest comics that I'm drawing. Drawing Breath, which is the name of my comic. drawingbreath-comic.blogspot.com. In case you're interested. I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me there. And if you feel so moved, I also gratefully accept donations, and my PayPal link is below as well. So if you feel moved to do so, if you enjoy what I do and you want to support me more, feel free to donate. I am so grateful that people actually do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for supporting me by watching this. Please share this video. Sharing is caring. You can support me by sharing this video to your friends. Invite your friends to come watch. We do this every Monday night at 8 o'clock. And if you're interested, on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, I also do a sacred pipe ceremony video. A little bit different. We actually just do the ceremony. I hold space for people to connect and send their intentions and their prayers to Great Spirit. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the most sacred ceremonies I know of. So join me then as well. Yeah, so thank you again for watching. Thank you. It means a lot to me that people actually tune in and listen to my ramblings. So it just tickles me to death. So thank you so much. And keep up to date on either on my Facebook page or my website. I'm going to take February off from doing most of the teaching that I've been doing, so I can kind of regroup and reset and update things, do some different things differently, and then come March, I'm going to be doing some more teaching. I will do a couple intros, introduction to shamanic journey classes coming up in February. So keep watching my Facebook page and my website, see when that happens. And then in March, I'm going to be starting a new year-long course in shamanism, monthly course. We meet like 3 hours once a month and learn the different things that you can do with shamanic journey, kind of apply shamanic principles to the rest of your life. So check that out. Keep updated to that. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If I don't see you Wednesday, I hope to see you next Monday with lots of your friends. And until then, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Call on the spirit guides. Even if they're not, I see Chance Fox came instead of Possum. That's awesome. Awesome possum. Even if it's like expect the unexpected. Everything happens the way it's meant to. That's amazing. I love that. So have a wonderful week. Call in them spirit guides. Walk with the animals. Walk in beauty. And go shining. Okay, I will see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Good night.